In this indicator, this is going to be helping you catch moves like this. You can see this is on gold, this on gold. I'll be able to also show you a move like this on USD card, and this sell on USD card, and this buy still on USD card. I'll also be able to share with you another sell on USD CHF. This is actually a live sell, and I'm also going to be sharing with you, this also looks to be like a very good buy on Euro USD. So how are you really able to use this indicator on the lower time frames, and also how are you really able to use this indicator to really be able to help you get sniper entries? So I'll be able to first show you how I'm using this indicator to trade, so that you can really be able to understand it step by step. So the first thing I'll be able to do is I'll switch it off. Stick around up to the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how you can be able to get this indicator, because it's for free. So I will remove all the drawings, and this is how my chart looks like. For example, so let's assume we were trading, as I'm recording this video, let's assume that we want to trade during London session. Okay, so for me on London session, I usually get on London session, let's say it's today on a Monday at around 8. I'll be able just to take it back to the lower time frames so that I can be able to identify the exact time. Let me get it back to, let's say I'm trading London session. I want to bring it back to up to when I usually get into the marketplace, so that I can show you exactly what I usually do. Okay, so this is how I'm looking at the market immediately I get in. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to have my top down analysis. The reason why I'm doing my top down analysis is so that I can really be able to understand where the market is going. And if I understand if the market is on an uptrend, on a downtrend, I'll really be able now to use the indicator to just give me my entry confirmation. Remember, I'll give you a warning, don't rely on the indicator like 100%, because these are markets, right? You also want to just use it as a confirmation that will really help you out in terms of understanding where the market is going for. And the biggest challenge that I usually see most of the trader having is, where is my entry point, how to get the entry point. So I'll do my top down analysis. I usually start with the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame I'm looking at what price is doing on the weekly time frame. I'm seeing price is respecting this zone. You can see that the first touch it came back, first touch it came back, first touch. So I ideally believe like we're going to be having a downtrend. So in my mind, I see on the higher time frame, on the weekly time frame, we have USD card giving us a bearish move. I'll go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I'm looking for supply and demand zones. So I can be able to see this weekly demand zone that was actually used by USD card to be able to give this push to the downside. After that, I'm also able to see we have also a daily supply that I am expecting. Price has tapped it, it has given it this push. So where exactly could price be heading? Okay, so on the daily time frame, I'm able to see this as my target on my daily time frame. So just to make my charts clear, I'll just delete that line and that line. I want to remain with the most important lines. I'll go down to the 4 hours time frame, and remember we are looking at a bullish move. So what we are having on the 4 hours time frame, we're able to understand that price was able to come touch this uh, zone of daily zone of supply, and it has been able to give this move. So still on the 4 hours time frame, we are still looking for buys, and we can also be able to see that price came, and you want to take a look at how precise these entries are. Price came, touched this demand zone in the 4 hours time frame, and it gave this push up to this supply zone. So this is a used demand, so I'll remove it and I'll just move to the left to be able to see if I can be able to identify another demand. You can see this also demand was used. So we are able to see on the 4 hours time frame, we can work with this as a target, right? Our daily target will be here, our 4 hours time frame will be here. After that, now I'll go to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, what am I really looking at? I really want to understand exactly where is the most immediate supply or demand. I can be able to see this demand was used to give this push, so this is already used demand, and the next demand that I'm able to identify is this as my target. Remember, on a bearish we are on a bearish price action move. So 90% of the moves that you're going to be looking at sell. So I believe that price will be able to drop up to this level on the 1 hour time frame. But let's take a look at other supply and demand zones on the 1 hour time frame that have not been used. This we can be able to see this is a supply zone that has not been mitigated. So I want to give you a concept that I usually use, guys. If I see price action is on a downtrend, sometimes we usually have pullbacks, and if you get a good entry on a pullback, you can as well use it and leverage it. So where I'm expecting price to react so that it can be pushed to this demand zone, which is in the 1 hour time frame, I'm expecting price to do something like this. So if I'm getting into London session, if you take a look at this move from here to here, this is around 22 pips. If we also look at this move from here to here, this is around 53 pips. So these are all prediction, guys. All right, we're looking at high entry probability areas. So after that, what will I do? I'll use an indicator that I'm going to be sharing with you on this series of videos. So always make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so that when I'm dropping the settings for this session based indicator, you're able to get notified so that you can be able to understand how exactly you can trade using London and New York session. So how do I use this session based indicator? Remember, this is not the indicator that you're looking at today. The indicator that you're looking at today is the one that I'm going to be sharing with you, the one that I use it for entries. So on this session based indicator, I'll be able to shoot another video explaining this and how it works. So on this session based indicator, I usually look at previous 2 days lower highs and lower lows during London and New York session. So how do I do that? I'm able to come here and take a look at this was the highest point during London, New York, and I'll mark it as previous high during London, New York, of which day? Of Thursday, right? And then I'll be able to look at the previous, remember it must be during London, New York. I'll mark this as the previous low during London, New York session. And then I'll come and look at the most recent high, which is on Friday. I'll draw this as the most previous high, uh, low of day, which one will be there, and then I'll be able to look at the lowest point, which will be here. All right, so as I'm looking at the market, after that I'll just switch off that indicator, and then I'll go now to the lower time frames. So on the lower time frames, which is M5, M15, and M1, what am I looking at? Right, what am I really looking at? So this is how also I'm able to deal with fake supply and demand zones, which is a video that I'm actually going to be shooting. And what I am seeing here is, if this is at 8, I am seeing that where I am expecting price to sell from is actually not here. I am actually seeing a very strong supply zone here. If I go back to the 1 hour time frame, let's actually take a look at it. The 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, it is not there, but on the M15 I'm able to see it, and on M30 I'm able to see it. This zone here, it is confluence with this most recent previous high of day during New York session. This was during London New York session. So if I go to the 5 minutes time frame, I want to see if I'll see an M5 supply. Okay, so it is in confluence also with the M5 supply, which is here. I can also see another M5 supply, which will be here. Supply and demand, that's an M5, and then on the 1 minute time frame, I'll be able to look at one M1. My M1 will actually be, I can also see an M1, right? So as I'm looking at this chart during London session, I am saying that I'm expecting price to come up to this zone so that it can be able to buy. And when I look price coming up to this zone, what am I looking at? These are 27 pips. So why should I not take a buy? So this is how I usually trade these currencies. So what I'll do is I'll go into the lower time frames. Into the lower time frames, I can be able to see that we have a M5 demand there that has actually been used, and then I will actually also look for I can see here we have an M1. You can see we have an M1 here. So if price comes back to this M5 and M1, ideally I'm going to buy. I'm going to be looking at buying this up to this zone. All right. So let's see what happens. Actually, we can look at this one here. But no, that one has not been. That one has not been broken. So let's play so that I can show you now exactly where I usually use my indicator, just to make sure that my entry confirmations are correct. Okay, so I'll wait for price. um okay, so I'll wait for price to come up to. So you can see price has not been able to come and tap these zones, but I'm sure this will be able to see. So price did not tap this, so we wait for if price will come and tap the next. So you can see here we are having this as an M1. We're also having this as an M1 here that is on confluence with this previous low of days, which that one now is very, very good. This is a very high entry point for me. And also it is in confluence with the M5. Okay, so I'll be waiting to see if price will come back here. All right, so price came back here on our entry zone here. So now this is where now I usually turn on this buy sell indicator. So if I turn on this buy sell indicator, I'll actually be waiting for it to give me a buy. Okay, so it has given me a buy. If it has given me a buy, I'll just wait for a small pullback. Then you're going to be targeting 10 to 20 pips, and let's see what happens. You can see it's targeting exactly my entry. Okay, take a look at that, guys. Take a look at how that sniper trade was. Okay, came back came back to our N5, touched immediately our. Let me actually just bring it back here. Let's go to the M1. Just want to show you how you use this indicator. So this indicator has given you a buy on the M1. So if it has given you a buy on the M1, if we just remove it, I just want you to see how the charts looks like. It has given you a buy, and then we're having this pullback. So on this pullback, this is where you get in. This is where you get in on this pullback. So after you get in, so this is how it plays. Right, takes your take profit. So that was the buy that was given. So how do you get these indicators? So all you just want to do is go on this indicator section here on go on the indicator section on your trading view. After you've gone on the indicator section on your trading view, candles, I'm looking for indicators. I think it's because you're on the replay. So let me remove the replay so that you can see the indicators section here. So go on the indicator section, and on the indicator section, you want to first search. The first indicator is known as UT bot. UT bot. So UT bot, I have it already. So here UT bot, if you UT bot is the one that gives you the buy and sell entries. So on the UT bot, UT bot alerts, on the UT bot alerts, what you want to do is you want to go and on the settings, you want to put input, you want to make sure that key value is changed the sensitivity to 2, ATR period is actually 1, and then signal from Heineken Ashley, you put it off. And then the next signal is lean reg candles. Lean reg candles. So on the lean reg candles, the setting for the lean reg candles should be signal smooth, should be 11, and then linear regression length should be 11, and then simple MA signal line should tick. Okay, so and then after that you want to come to the style, right? The style, and then on style, on this pipe, the visibility, okay, on style, you want to make sure that plot here is white, and you want to just take a look, screenshot these settings and make sure that everything just looks like this. Okay, so that is how. Let me go to another, like trading view, so that you can be able to see how, like, how the indicators look like. So you come to indicators, and then you search for UT bot alerts, this one, quant nomad, right? And then after UT bots alert, lean reg, linear regression candles. Okay, so on the lean reg, wait, where is it? Have I been able to write the spelling well? Let me just confirm. Lean reg candles, this one. Lean reg candles. Just want to make sure that you understand, you see how it looks like. Lean reg candles, this one, linear regression candles, this one. So if you put the linear regression candles, you make sure that you put the settings, and that's how you're able to use, like, for example, I've gotten into this trade, it's a live trade, through those candles. I've also gotten into, oh, that's USD ECHF, USD also. I got into that trade using the candle. So if you want to learn more about how you usually trade, always make sure to check the links in the description below. I have my free ebook guide there on the 6 on 8 level strategy. I'm sharing with you a free training and a free webinar on how I am trading. I'm also dropping a link below on how to join my Telegram group. Also, you can be able to just make sure that you check it out. See you on the other channel. See you on the other videos. Always make sure that you hit that subscription button, and I will see you there.